woman's head explodes in the middle of a courtroom. No warning, no gunshot, just a wet pop and red rain. The room freezes. Screams tear through the silence. Cameras keep rolling, and somewhere in the chaos, a man in a cape smiles. Because this was never about justice. It was about control. Setup. In this world, superheroes aren't just heroes. They're brands, merchandise, movies, military contracts. They pose for selfies after saving lives. They sell energy drinks and patriotic speeches. The most powerful team of them all? The Seven. At the center stands a god in red, white, and blue, Homelander. He smiles like a savior, speaks like a president, flies like an angel. But behind closed doors, he doesn't save people, he judges them. And if they disappoint him, they burn. Meanwhile, in the middle of New York, an ordinary guy named Hughie watches his girlfriend get vaporized in less than a second. One moment she's laughing, the next, she's gone, reduced to blood on his hands. The hero responsible? A speedster named A-Train. No apology, no trial, just a payout and a non-disclosure agreement. Sign here, take the money, move on. But grief doesn't move on. It festers. And that's when Billy Butcher enters Hughie's life, with a smile that promises war. Rising tension, Butcher has one mission: expose the supes, prove to the world that their gods are monsters, and he's not alone. There's Mother's Milk, disciplined, strategic. Frenchie, chaotic genius with a soft heart. Kimiko, a silent weapon forged by violence. They don't wear capes. They don't save people. They hunt heroes. Their first target? An invisible member of the Seven named Translucent. Indestructible skin. Arrogant. Untouchable. Until they shove a bomb inside him. Hughie holds the detonator. He's shaking. Translucent begs, promises redemption, swears he'll change. For a second, Hughie hesitates. Then he presses the button. The explosion is messy, personal. There's no heroic music, just silence. Hughie just crossed a line, and there's no going back. But here's the twist. Killing one hero doesn't scare Vought International, the billion-dollar corporation controlling them. It excites them, because fear sells. And Homelander, he's starting to enjoy it. First major twist. The public believes heroes are born, chosen, blessed. But the truth? They're manufactured. Injected as babies with a blue serum called Compound Vi. Their powers are lab-made. Their childhoods? Engineered. Their morality? Optional. When this secret leaks, it should destroy everything. Instead, it becomes just another headline. Because Vought spins it, rebrands it, markets it. And Homelander stands in front of cameras, turning tragedy into patriotism. He doesn't just want fame anymore. He wants authority, military power, control over nations. But the real shock comes quietly. Homelander had a child, a son, Ryan. And unlike other supes, Ryan was born with powers naturally. That changes everything. Because if superheroes can reproduce, they don't need Vought anymore. They can replace humanity. False relief. For a moment, it seems like Homelander might soften. He visits his son, tries to play father. Ryan is innocent, gentle, afraid. And for a flicker of time, Homelander looks human. But love to him isn't protection. It's ownership. He forces Ryan to use his powers, pushes him, breaks him. And when Ryan accidentally kills his own mother with a blast of heat vision, Homelander doesn't comfort him. He smiles. Because trauma is a leash. And now the boy belongs to him. Meanwhile, the boys think they've found the ultimate weapon. Soldier Boy, a legendary hero from decades past, presumed dead. Turns out he wasn't killed. He was captured, experimented on, and now he's back, stronger, angrier, nuclear. He has one unique ability. He can burn the powers out of other supes. Finally, something that can kill Homelander. Or so they think. Bigger twist. Soldier Boy isn't a hero. He's worse, arrogant, abusive, violent. And when he meets Homelander face to face, the truth detonates harder than any explosion. Soldier Boy is Homelander's biological father. The perfect American soldier created the perfect American God. Homelander doesn't know how to process that. He wanted approval. Instead, he gets rejection. Soldier Boy calls him weak, a disappointment. And something fractures inside Homelander. The final fight is chaos. Laser eyes, explosions, buildings collapsing. The boys team up with Soldier Boy to finally end Homelander. For a moment, they almost win. But then Ryan steps between them. A child protecting his father. Butcher has to choose. Kill Homelander. Or save the boy he promised to protect. He chooses Ryan. Soldier Boy detonates. Queen Maeve sacrifices herself. Homelander survives. Again. And this time, he's done pretending. Emotional collapse. Butcher learns the temporary super serum he's been using is killing him. He has less than 2 years left. Hughie feels powerless without abilities. Annie, once Starlight, quits the Seven publicly. The world splits into factions. Starlighters, home teamers. Politics gets involved. Enter Victoria Newman, a rising political star. Calm, rational, trustworthy. She promises reform. What no one knows? She's the one who made those heads explode. She's a supe, and she's been playing everyone. Even Homelander, even the boys. She's positioning herself to control the government from the inside, while Homelander builds loyalty from the outside. Two predators circling the same throne, and America is the prey. Final shocking reveal. As chaos spreads, Homelander does something unthinkable. He stops hiding. At a rally, a protester throws something at Ryan. Homelander doesn't hesitate. He lasers the man's skull in front of thousands. Silence. Then, applause. The crowd cheers, not in fear, in approval. That's when it becomes clear. The real horror isn't Homelander. It's that people want him. They don't care about the lies. They don't care about the murders. They want strength, certainty, a God who doesn't apologize. Meanwhile, Butcher uncovers something catastrophic. A virus, engineered to kill supes. A biological extinction event. It could wipe them out completely. Every hero, every child with powers, including Ryan. Butcher stands alone in the dark, dying, hallucinating, holding a weapon that could end gods or start genocide. And when he confronts Newman, he doesn't hesitate. He kills her. He brutally. No speeches, no mercy. He's no longer fighting for justice. He's fighting to win, even if it makes him the villain. Aftermath. Homelander rises higher than ever, named National Enforcer, martial law looming. The Seven rebuilt with loyalists and fanatics. Ryan watches his father closely now, learning, smiling the same way. The boys are fractured, hunted, exhausted. And Butcher? He drives off alone, virus in hand, time running out. Because the scariest thing about gods isn't their power. It's what happens when they realize they don't need our approval anymore. And the scariest thing about monsters? Sometimes, they're the only ones willing to do what it takes. In a world where heroes are manufactured and villains are created by loss, you have to ask yourself, if the only way to save humanity is to destroy it first, who's really the hero? And when the skies fill with capes instead of clouds, will anyone be left brave enough to look up and say no? Thanks for watching. If you loved this breakdown, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a full story recap. And if you're hungry for more, check out our playlist for the entire story of House of the Dragon and more full episode explanations. Dive deep into Hawkins and the Upside Down, one story at a time.